For construction pros from CONEXPO 2017 at the Las Vegas Convention Center, and with me now is Josh Dresher, who is OEM Sales Manager with Enovation Controls. How you doing?
Nice to meet you. Good
nice
to see you.
to have you aboard.
Thank you.
And taking time off from, I'm sure, a busy schedule.
Absolutely, but we do anything for you guys.
This show is just coming crazy, isn't it?
It is. It's
really
very
starting
awesome.
off strong. Well, give us an idea what Enovation Controls does and what you're doing at your booth here at the show.
Okay, so Enovation Controls is a company. We actually just got purchased by Sun Hydraulics. We make displays and instrumentation for multi-segment markets. We do a lot in recreational, we do stuff in off-highway, we also do stuff in industrial stationary products. So you'll see us across a lot of different OEM platforms, but we make displays and controllers that basically become the human-machine interface for the user of the equipment.
Okay, and so what are you launching at the show?
At the show today, we are launching another step in our series of the PowerView series, which started with the PV101 in the early 2000s. We are launching the PV1100 and the PV1200. And the best way for me to describe them is something very similar to what you would see in vehicles today, whether you go buy a Jeep or a Ford. We have a PV1100, which is a 10-inch display, and then we have a PV1200, which is a widescreen format 12-inch display. So we're launching both those at the show.
Wow. So what do you bring for your company specifically, would you say, to the off-highway marketplace?
One of the big things we bring is our development of HMI systems. We believe that the construction industry and the industrial industry will continue to progress and look for the same type of technology that you see in smartphones like Apple phones or Google phones. So we want to make sure that we are bringing that same level of technology and user interface and intuition to the HMI systems for the users. So our value proposition is having somebody sit in the seat that's never been in the equipment before, touching the screen and it being totally intuitive and them understanding what they need to do.
And it basically would walk them through a process?
Correct. Well, not so much walk them through a process as much as it's built intuitively such that if you've used a cell phone, a smartphone, you would react very similarly. So, you know, it basically, as the human as we evolve on the electronic side, there's just a natural flow with how you use your electronics, and we try to hit that flow to make sure that people don't get into menus that they don't want to be in and can't figure out how to use the equipment.
Absolutely, but it could be used as a teaching tool.
Absolutely, yep.
And a process so that, like you say, a newbie walking into a machine for the first time that has no idea what they're doing, as opposed to going to school, with an OEM and saying these are the basics that you need to know to get operational, your equipment, your software has that ability and capability of walking them through those steps.
Yeah, absolutely. We even have what we call video URL playback, which is a little techie on the name, but we can put service videos in there to, if there was ever an issue with our infotainment capabilities, we could put service videos on there and walk users through if something happened on the machine. Hey, you need to go look at this, and this is where the problem is. So we have lots of capabilities.
X will lead you to Y, which will lead you to Z.
Exactly.
What an interesting concept. Josh, it's a real pleasure. Josh Dresher, who's OEM Sales Manager with Enovation Controls right here at the CONEXPO 17, and you are in booth 83856 in the South Hall. Go visit these people. They bring such dynamic new information and accessibility to the marketplace. So certainly if you're at the show, you're watching us and you want to come by, certainly stop in and see them in the South Hall. I'm sure that they'll be happy to talk to you. From CONEXPO 17.